Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. This was the SPY's price action yesterday for Monday. You guys can see here we did close a little higher than we did last week, few dollars higher than we did last week. Despite the gap up though, we did end up closing with this reddish doji looking candle, but technically speaking, guys, this is a higher close. Now, before we talk about the context of the daily chart, I just want to remind us how we use the levels. Uncle Charles on my YouTube channel, I give you guys support and resistance levels, pivot levels so that we can trade. How do we use them? Well, yesterday's price action was amazing in my opinion. We had a beautiful move to the upside. We had a beautiful move to the downside. I always tell you guys the levels and to use the 15 to 30 minute chart. Yesterday, the day started off with a breakout of my 596.5 level. You guys can see here, 596.5, we closed above it and it led to a nice level move to 598. Okay, I wrote this all in the Discord. Check the pinned comment below. Okay, check the pinned comment. I write this all in the Discord. Support is at 595. As long as above, watch for a breakout of 596.5 to put 598 and 600 in play. If 595 fails, 593 and a back test of 591 and play below. So basically, we're looking to long or short based on the setups. And I said look to long if we get the 596.5 breakout. We got the breakout, gave us a nice, beautiful move to the upside, just shy of my 600 level. Cleared 598, which I also alerted in the group. I send updates throughout the day, guys. 598 cleared, to confirm with the group, and it gave us a nice move to 599.7. I was targeting that 600 level, but hey, $1.50 to a $2 move if you're trading with contracts is very nice move. That's a very nice move. But what happened after that? Well, we got a breakdown of the 598 level. We cleared 598 and then we broke down 598. What setup is this called, guys? This is called the false breakout setup. When we get a false breakout setup, you want to enter puts. It gave us a very nice one, and of course it was alerted and confirmed with the group. I sent updates throughout the day, guys. But anyways, we broke down 598, gave us a nice beautiful move down to 596.5. We broke down 596.5. Notice how it's all on the 15-minute chart. Gave us a nice level move down to 595, going as low as 593.5ish. That's one of my Fibonacci levels as well, guys. You guys can see this is how we use the levels. This is why Uncle Charles is a sheep, because you can make money to the upside and make money to the downside. If you only pick one side, you're not optimizing your trading opportunities, your money making opportunities. Okay, so let's get to the daily chart though. It's a few things we need to look at. For one thing, we had a gap fill. Okay, SPY popped, filled the gap. We had a gap from December 26th. That's filled, but that's not the only gaps that we need to pay attention to. We have a gap here. Oh, let me get my arrow. We have a gap here between January 3rd to January 6th. There's a gap. We also had a gap there between December 27th to December 30th. Got a few gaps. So, but what do we notice, guys? What do we notice? This right here. See where I circled? What is that, guys? That is an island. Okay, we got ourselves an island reversal. We got a gap down, a few days of consolidation, and then a gap up out of that consolidation. That is an island. Islands in this context is a bullish one, okay? So we can go either way. As usual, we back tested this gap, went for the gap fill. We got rejection. We also have a bullish island reversal. Reasons to be bearish, reasons to be bullish. How will we trade this? We trade this based on what the price action does today, because we don't trade for the future. We don't trade for next week. We trade for today. All right, there's money to be made, and I want my money now, market makers, today. So resistant levels once again at 596.5 and 598. Okay, if the bullish island reversal is to play out bullishly. If, then we need to react unbiasedly if 596.5 and 598 clear, and that will put 600 back in play, and above 600 would be very bullish. 603 and 605 would be in play. Okay, now 605 is based on this white downtrend line I have. If it clears, I don't think it'll clear on the first test. Okay, I think we'll consolidate or reject on the first test. But either way, we clear that downtrend line, a bottom is most likely in. Okay, now if this was one of those back test and go situations, we filled the gap and now we're heading down lower, then there needs to be follow through today. 596.5 is a fib level. That level needs to defend as resistant. Support levels are 595 and 593.5. Okay, now 593.5 held yesterday. That is a fib level. But if it breaks down today, I would look to short. Let's see if it fills the gap around 592. And I have a level around 590-ish. Okay, we fill the gap at 592. Then the island reversal is invalidated. No bullish island reversal. And if there's no bullish island reversal, that could mean there's going to be some bearishness. All right. So we clear 596.5 and we clear 598. I would favor more upside, especially we can also clear 600. And if we break down 595 and 593.5, I would be bearish looking to short and I would favor more downside. Remember how I show you guys how to use the levels. 15 to 30 minute chart. If the 15-minute chart is too noisy, go up to the 30. Higher the time frame, the better. But the lowest I usually go is the 15-minute chart, and I just play the setups, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. I just care only about my P&L, not trying to act like I'm the Jesus of the stock market, acting like I can see the future. Almost everybody I talked to this past week acting like they could see the future are usually bearish. A lot of bear biasness, and then there's some bull biasness. I'm not with the biasness. I'm just a sheep. Look at this price action. How much money have you would have made if you long 596.5 yesterday? How much money would you made if you shorted 598 yesterday? And then if you shorted both of those setups, how much money have you made? You would make more money than you would if you had been biased. That's all I'm saying. Let's move to triple Q. Triple Q gave us the third test. It's not a perfect textbook test because it did try to go for a breakout, but it failed towards the end of the day. But either way, we did get a third test of this downtrend line, maybe a fourth test if you count December 26th. We did not get the breakout, okay? If triple Q does break it out, that would be pretty bullish, okay? To do that, it would need to clear, as of right now, 525 and then 526.5. Those levels clear, guys. A bottom could be in. It would be very bullish for triple Q. All right, now if this is a rejection, then support levels must fail. If it can't break above 525, then 522.4 support must fail. If it does, guys, we are likely heading down much lower. 521, 519.5, 518, 516, and 513.6 are targets to the downside. 518.5 will be a pretty critical level. That's around where the gap is, okay? So once again, we break down 522.4. We're likely dropping down lower. 521, 519 to the 518.5 zone, and lower targets below. Okay, guys? Tesla. Now, Tesla needs to be careful here because we saw a dark cloud candle back in December 26th, around Christmas time, December 24th. It was seeing something a little similar to that today, okay? And now we're gapping down. Dark cloud candles are bearish, two candle bearish setups. I wouldn't even consider this quite a dark cloud candle. Oopsies. I wouldn't consider this a dark cloud candle though. It looks similar, but it's not quite. But what it definitely is a bearish counterattack candle pattern. Okay, look up the bearish counterattack. It's not quite a dark cloud, but it is a bearish counterattack, which is also a bearish setup, and it is trying to gap. It's gapping down. It's not looking bullish right now at all. But if there's bearish follow through intraday, support is at 403.6, 402, and 400. If those levels fail, guys, don't argue with the price action. I would look to short if those levels fail. Okay, to trust any bounce. 405, 407, 409, and 411 all must clear, and that should put higher targets in play. 414, 414, and then 412.5, 414, and then 415.4 would all be targets to the upside. All right. NVDA just extremely bullish. We got the breakout not too long ago. We back tested that trend line not too long ago. Last Thursday, we got the bounce. Friday, it showed some follow through. Today, yesterday, it showed a little more follow through. Will the upside keep on going? The next resistance I have is at 153. The fib level I have is at 153, and it's above it. So next one I have is at 155, 157, and another fib extension level at 159. As long as NVDA can stay above 153, more upside is possible. If you want to look to short if 153, 151.5, and 150 fails as support. Those levels fail, I would definitely look to short. Play it level to level with lower targets and play. Maybe even fill the gap around 144-ish. IWM did not play out the W pattern. Could not clear that 226 level. Looked like it was going to, but they failed. We had some selling pressure. If that selling pressure is going to continue today, then support must fail at 224 and 222. If those levels fail, guys, we are likely heading down lower. I think down to 220 and then maybe 217. I doubt it, but you just never know. Okay, but either way, 224 and 222 fails, I would look to short. I still can't get bullish unless we really clear that 226 level, and it still can happen. And if it does, that would be bullish. W pattern in play with 228, 230 plus all incoming. Apple, nice little bounce yesterday, and it did manage to recapture some level, but now it's just gapping down. So, I mean, yesterday's action was good for a day trade, but not looking good for a swing trade. But as of right now, resistance at 243 and 244.5. If there is a bounce, once again, those levels must clear again, okay? And now that we're gapping down, if there's going to be bearishness, more downside, then 241.6 and 240 must fail to put 238 or lower in play. Below 238, bears would be in full control. Amazon got the breakout of the bull flag. Right now, 226 must hold on any pullback, all right? And if it wants more upside, 227.5 and 229 must clear. Some new pivot levels there for you guys, okay? 229 and clear, 227.5 and 229 clears. More upside is possible. 232, 234, and 236 would all be targets. I would not look to short unless 226 and 223.6 all fail as support. Meta, beautiful bounce after the breakout of the chop phase. Okay, the triangle was the chop phase, and we got the nice little trend phase. Right now, support's at 628, and well, actually it's below that. So that means support's at 625 and 623.5. If there is a pullback, 625 and 623.5 must fail to trigger puts, and I'll put 622, 620, maybe all the way down to 615.6-ish back in play. Okay, if the plan is to the upside, 626, 628, and 630 all must clear to put higher targets in place. 632, 634, and 636 would definitely be targets I'd be watching. Microsoft got a little higher close. Not a very bullish looking candle though. I do have resistance at 429.2, 431, 432.5, and 434. If they can clear, then more upside is possible. Okay, now we did get some selling pressure around those resistant areas. They will need to show follow through today if it wants to be bearish by breaking down 428 and 427 to put 425.5, gap fill at 423.5, all in play, with 422, 420, 419 below that. Below 419, bears are in full control. DXY continuing its pullbacks. If it can break down 108, 107.5, it'll definitely be a lot more bearish. To me, I'm trusting no bounce unless 108.6 can recapture. Coin, oh, what a beautiful, beautiful. One of my viewers on YouTube recommended me to trade this ticket symbol because I remember mentioning in the video how much I love trading volatile stock. And this person, this angel who watches my video, was like, yo, you like volatile stock? Okay, go check out coin. And ever since that day, because like last year, a couple years ago, NVDA, like last year NVDA with the AI and stuff like that. Before that, Tesla and all these stocks go crazy. And I was looking, what's the next one? And coin definitely did not disappoint. So thank you to that person who told me about this. I just wish I remember who you are. But anyways, it's around 283 right now. And as a matter of fact, I have a level at 283. It's below it. So if it wants more upside, 283 must clear to put 285, 287, and 288.5 in play. Clearing 288.5 would be extremely bullish for coin. Okay? If you guys recall, look over here. Back in November, 288.5 was a tough buy zone. We lost it over here back in mid-December. And it gave us a nice move. So now we're back testing that zone. That zone's been like a magnet. But if it can clear 288.5, I would favor a bottoms in. Okay, so like I said, 283, 285, 287, 288.5 are resistant levels. Look to long if they clear. And if we're going to go for a pullback, I have support at 281.5 and 280. Those levels must fail to put 278, 276, 274 fib level all back in play. The gap is all the way down around the 270-ish area. Okay, now this stock is pretty volatile, not for the faint of heart, not for the inexperienced. So, you know, if you love volatility, and you're comfortable with price action, this is definitely the stock for you. Just add my levels to your charts. Remember, guys, about the chop phase and the trend phase. When we're in the chop phase, it comes in the form of channels, flags, wedges. Okay, and then after the chop phase ends, we break out the range. We get the trend phase. Right now, you know, we consolidated back in late December, and then we got that breakout in early January. Right now, we're consolidating once again. 38 to 40 cents is the chop range. Whatever range we break, that's where the next trend phase should be going. So if we break down 38 cents, then unfortunately, we are heading back down lower. 34 cents or lower would be targets. Maybe you can short this if you want. I prefer to just play this long. So, and if I do favor more upside, the next resistance at 40 cents must clear. If it does, 42, 44, and 48 cents will all be in play. Just remember, the longer this consolidate, the more explosive the trend move will be. Okay, so be patient. You guys know the range. Just watch for the setup. And Bitcoin hit that 100K level, but now it's it's over that 100K level. It hit the 102K level as well. Let's see if 100K can hold as support. If it does, guys, definitely more upside is possible. I would not look to short unless 100K and 98K can fail. But overall, above 100K, I think more upside is the plan. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot. It means the world. Check out the pinned comment below. Other than that, peace.